Do people who talk a lot succeed just because they're outgoing? Or do quiet people achieve more because they think deeply? Is success really connected to how much we speak? Or is there something bigger that most people never notice? Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's story uncovers a habit that quietly stops many of us from growing. You may not even realize it, but this single habit might be the biggest barrier in your life. And while listening, you'll also learn new English sentences you can use in daily life. So stay with me till the end. In a small town, there lived a boy named David. He was bright, hardworking, and full of ambition. He dreamed of topping his class, learning new skills, and creating a successful future for himself. But David had one habit that was silently hurting him. He talked too much about things that didn't need to be shared. Whenever he learned something new or made a plan, he would immediately tell everyone. His dreams, his goals, his ideas, nothing stayed private. David believed that talking about his plans would keep him motivated. He loved the appreciation he got from his friends, parents, and teachers. But even with so much talk, his success wasn't improving. His exam results were average, and people slowly started making fun of him. Feeling disappointed, David went to visit his grandfather for the weekend. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't stop thinking about his failures. Seeing his sad face, his grandfather asked, "What happened, son? Why are you so upset?" David finally opened up. "I tell everyone about my goals," he said, "but I'm not able to achieve anything. And now I'm not even interested in my own dreams." His grandfather listened quietly and then said, "David, it's because you announce your dreams to everyone. That's why you're losing interest." David couldn't believe it. "Really?" The grandfather nodded and began sharing a story. Years ago, in a small village, lived a poor farmer named Thomas. He worked extremely hard and dreamed of building a large farm, growing crops, and living a better life. Every day he saved money and worked with full dedication. But Thomas had one rule. He never discussed his plans with anyone. People asked him, "Why do you work so hard?" He would just smile and say, "You'll understand one day." Time passed. Slowly, Thomas bought a small piece of land, then another. He planted crops, earned money, expanded his farm, and eventually built a beautiful home. Everyone in the village was shocked. No one had any idea how he achieved so much. One day, an old friend asked, "Why didn't you ever tell anyone about your dream?" Thomas smiled and replied, "When you talk too much, two things happen. First, people try to discourage you. Second, you waste your energy talking instead of doing. Silence protects your dreams. Words are like arrows. Once released, they can't be taken back. I wanted my success to speak for me." David finally understood what his grandfather meant. His grandfather added, "When you share your dreams with everyone, remember that not everyone wants you to win. Also, when you talk about your goals, your brain feels like you've already achieved something, so your desire to work becomes weaker." David stayed quiet for a moment and then asked, "Grandpa, how do I change this habit?" His grandfather smiled gently. "From today, talk less about your plans and put more effort into your actions. Let success speak for you. Silence has its own power." That day completely changed David. He stopped talking unnecessarily, focused on his studies, and didn't share his personal plans with anyone. Months passed, and David saw a huge change. His confidence increased, he stopped worrying about others' opinions, and this time he scored the highest marks in school. Everyone was surprised. His friends asked, "How did you do it?" David simply smiled, remembering his grandfather's advice, "When you stay silent, you can achieve anything." Years later, David became a successful entrepreneur. His journey inspired many people. He proved that real success comes from action, not from words. The strongest voice is silence. Talking more or less depends on personality, and neither is wrong. But always remember, Your dreams, your plans, your goals, they don't need an audience. Keep them private until you've achieved something real. Because sometimes just talking gives you a feeling of achievement, and that false feeling slows down your hard work. Make yourself so strong that your work becomes your introduction, and your success becomes your reply. Work quietly, and when the moment is right, the world will see what you've achieved. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I'll be back soon with another powerful story. Until then, stay patient, stay grateful, and keep moving forward.